Today I'm in hot pursuit of the world's best eating rough fish. Come on, come on, come on. The buffalo carp. The Mississippi has long since held giants along its banks. And with each spring comes their annual spawn. I have timed my hunt perfectly. I've hit it right, and today is going to be an epic bow fishing day. There are monsters waiting to spawn, and when they rise, I will kill them.
Run, baby, run!
Buffalo were once hunted by the American Indian. Archaeologists have uncovered scales that would match buffalo that would weigh nearly 150 pounds. It's here that they've uncovered such scales. Today I will try and boat a monster myself. Each spring they crash the banks of the rivers, lakes, and canals, spawning, dumping millions upon millions of eggs into the water. The Mississippi, Illinois, and Wisconsin rivers are prime locations to catch the fish spawning.
Well, the first morning of the hunt here, the fish are thrashing. We're catching it just right. The spawn is on. Right at the beginning of the spawn, the females are still full of eggs. I see one right here below me.
But the spawn only lasts about 3 days, and then it's over. Then off to the deep they go.
That's a big one. That's a big fish. Holy cow. Now the crazy part is, this lasts about 3 or 4 days and then it's over. And the rest of the year you don't even see these fish. And she's pulling like a son of a gun. Ooh, banging on the bottom of the boat. Here she comes. Let me get a look at her.
The water is dingy, yet clear for bow fishing.
Oh, look at that. Oh. Back up, Steve. Oh, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What a monster. Oh, yes! What a giant! Look at that! Oh my gosh! Oh, that's a giant! Holy cow! That's a monster! Oh my goodness! Look at that!
My tub is getting full. It's time to make a fish run.
Look at that! Yes! Oh man, I wish my grandpa was here. He'd be going crazy. He'd be throwing spears one after the other. Look at that. Man. A beautiful buffalo carp. Just a giant. Guys, if you haven't got the chance to take your bow and go bow fishing, I'm telling you, you're missing out. Whitetail hunting's fun, I'll give you that, but don't spend your whole life to someday find out you've missed the boat. Man, I've been slaying them with my Oneida. I got my Muzzy, new Muzzy reel set up on here, and I'm a lethal killer. I shot that fish in 7 feet of water. Crystal clear water out here. Man, God made a beautiful lake when he decided to send the old Mississippi River back in here and cut him out a piece of land to beautify for us. He threw some fish in the water and I'm slocking them. You're watching Relentless Pursuit. We're gonna slock more in a minute. Getting that?
If you hit a big one, the initial run can easily snap your line or pull your arrow free. So it's important to set your drag light and let the fish run.
Oh, look at him go! Whoa! I love the sound of a screaming drag. Oh, he's fighting. Oh, he's a big one. I'm gonna get down there, Steve. Oh, look at the size of that monster. Oh my gosh.
Big buff are far too heavy to pull into the boat just by the arrow.
Holy cow.
And I force the arrow deeper into the fish to secure him. They are precious cargo, and I'd hate to lose a single one that I've arrowed.
You gotta shove the arrow on through them when they come in close like that or they'll pull out. See, it's barely hanging on. Come on, baby. Oh! One more try. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. I gotta take my time. I don't want to lose her. Here she comes. Come on. See, I missed that 10 ring. I shot too low. I got you. I got you, baby. I got you. Ah, yes. Look at that. Wow. Holy cow. I've bow fished my whole life. My whole life. And never had a day like this. This is unbelievable. I don't know if it's because I can see deeper in the water now, but I'm shooting these fish at 7 feet. I could never see them that deep before. And I found the giants are living out deeper from all the others that are thrashing along the bank. It's awesome.
They stay in about 6 to 8 feet of water.
They're after a female.
But occasionally, the young males will chase the big females to the surface and give you a shot.
Ah, I got a male. Missed the female and got a male. Now, I realize when we're filming and I'm shooting down in this deep water, you can't see this. See the actual fish, but I'm using Vicious Vision sunglasses. Now, these have 50 times the protection that your best sunglass that you can buy right now. And you can see deeper than any sunglass I've ever wore. If you're in a tournament or somewhere it's important, you want to see deep, or if you want to spot a big bass, the Vicious Vision sunglass line is unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's made bow fishing a lot easier because I can see so deep. They're thrashing up ahead of me. Now what's happening when you see that thrashing, a female that is ready to lay her eggs, she comes into the shoreline and then maybe 10, 15 males will come up beside her. They're thrashing, they're pushing against her to push the eggs out of her into the water where they can fertilize them. So that happens intermittently along the shoreline, and you just keep going up and down the shoreline looking for them. Here we go, we got a big one right over here. Now that's a pretty good sized buffalo right here. You know, a nice 20 pounder. But look at it laying next to that 70 pounder. Look at that. It doesn't even compare. The crazy thing is That giant right there is a male, and they don't get near as big as the females. So if we can find one of them 100-pound females, wouldn't that be something? Man. All right, so here I am. It's 3 days after I shot my fish, and not only did we have a great time, but man, we brought back over 100 pounds of dressed buffalo. So check this out. This is called a horseshoe. That's basically, you take the buffalo, and it looks like a set of frog legs sitting there, but it's actually the buffalo's ribs up over his back and down the other side. Skin the buffalo. You take all the scales off and you leave the skin on there, and then you cut it in horseshoes all up and down the fish. You put it in the smoker, and if you would, Steve, I'm going to tear a piece off so they can see the texture of the meat, which is just amazing. But look at that white, beautiful meat that's coming off this fish. And it's absolutely delicious. It's as good as any sport fish I've caught out of the ocean. That's pretty good. Gives me a good excuse to tell the wife I need to go back and do it again. All right, let's get back on the water and see if I can shoot a monster.
Everywhere I look, there's fish thrashing along the banks. Deeper still, the giants are waiting.
Just a little below the 10 ring. Almost 5. Wow.
The perfect shot is just behind the gill plate, for it pretty much stuns the fish and stops them on the spot.
That's a giant, look at that. Oh. I'm waiting on a big one.
But when I was a kid, Grandpa would take me down the bank. We'd throw spears at the fish.
Got this? Yep. A double. I got 2 with 1 shot.
So I hopped onto the bank and gave her a go.
This is the kind of fish I waited for, but I hit it high. This fish is giant. Oh my gosh, it's a giant. It's a giant. King Daddy, it's Moby. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Look at this giant. Holy cow. Whoa. It's a giant. A giant of giants. Look at that. Oh man. Wow. What a monster. Holy cow. Wow. Woo. Holy cow.
This one's for you, Grandpa.
From the very beginning,
Yeah.
man has been a hunter. A piece of flint was made to fly.